So I recently purchased the rope wrench by ISC, and I have their full setup, my Prusik, and I'm just experimenting right now with, you know, getting familiar with my gear before I start going up into the tree to do SRT. And one of the things that I've noticed is that this pin up top seems to spin. And I don't know if it is designed to spin or if it's just a byproduct of the design. Um, I'm not here to criticize. I've only been doing tree climbing since about literally this spring and summer. And I definitely take my time as I go. I'm not a master climber. I am not in any rush to get up into the tree. I do not forego safety measures or anything like that because I understand just how dangerous this is as a career field and also as just a hobby. So anyway, I got my line set up and I'm sitting down into my saddle. Um, got my tree stuff uh, pulley as my tender, and I've got my Prusik set up. But as I said, if I pull on my Prusik and I pull it down, as I start coming back, see how that set pin spins? Let's see if I can manage to keep it steady here. So that entire pin is spinning. Now, I understand that, the pulley, sit back down. I understand that this pulley is here to help tend the rope, and I understand that this is here so that way, of course, the rope, has the proper tension so that way your Prusik will work. I'm one of the guys that I I like to understand how things work and why things work. And part of that is before I purchased the rope wrench, I just saw what a Prusik would do on an SRT by itself, and it's borderline unmanageable. There's way too much tension on the rope, your body weight pulling on it. I didn't, of course, ascend a tree like that. I have, various different setups at various parts of my home where I try this kind of stuff out. So, like, I'm okay with having reasons behind things, but I myself have to understand the reason. So, I guess my question here to ISC is, would it be possible to make a design improvement by having a second pulley up where this pin is? Maybe elongating this arm out a little bit so that way you could maintain the proper leverage. You can maintain your proper leverage still, but reduce because this is spinning. I mean, it hasn't really marred up the powder coating yet on the aluminum, but this thing's right in front of my face, and I check my gear as I go. If I start ascending and something's starting to fail, I need to figure out what I need to do to stay safe to either get down out of the tree or figure out my next move as far as putting additional carabiners on and how to safely get out of my situation. So whenever I look right in front of me and I see that this pin is spinning, and it looks to me like it's supposed to be a set captive pin, and if it is supposed to be set in captive, you could probably make a quick design improvement by simply putting a crown at the end of the pin and then making a crown cage on the side of the bottom plate or the side plate. That way it wouldn't spin anymore if that is the intended design purpose. Now, I'm not here to call anybody out. My background is I have been a diesel mechanic, and I've also been spent 3 years as an aviation mechanic. So I'm pretty intimately familiar with how pulleys and wires and sheaves and all of those things are supposed to work, which is why I'm making this video just as a question to if this pin is supposed to be captive, and if it's not supposed to be captive, I mean, is it a possible design improvement to just put another pulley and make this arm a little bit longer? Because whenever I release on the Prusik, this pulley automatically starts to tilt, but you don't really start to move until that pin starts moving. See what I'm saying? So as I sit back down into my Prusik and my saddle, this pulley is doing its job. This pin seems to be the hold-up spot, especially with a stiffer rope, a stiffer static line, because stiffer static lines, in my experience, they don't like to go through as easy. Normally I climb with a Static Master 2, and that's nice because it's extremely flexible line. It'll take knots and it'll release them real easy, but with some other static lines, I've noticed that like I'll put that knot in there, that Alpine Butterfly, and the rope kind of has a memory to it, and it will remember that knot. So yeah, just a quick question, quick shout out. I could be completely wrong, and I am 100% okay with being wrong. I just kind of wanted to know the why, so that way I could understand it better. And I mean, if that is a possible design improvement, I don't want any fucking money or anything. I want good products, and I want everybody to be safe. That's really all I'm after making this video. If I could get some kind of response back from somebody, that would be much appreciated. Thank you very much, and hey, you guys did make a very good product, but by no means am I not a satisfied customer. I'm extremely satisfied. I just wanted a little bit further elaboration, because as I sat down and read the instruction booklet, it really didn't cover that, and that's something else that, I mean, maybe should be addressed, because I don't think I'm the first person to ever notice this, but I'll be the first one to say I really don't know. Again, I'm not an engineer, I'm a mechanic, and in my mechanical mind, if you have a part that's spinning that should be stationary, there are ways to make it stay stationary, or if it is intended to spin, you can do things to keep the spin and still keep the designated angles inside the system without compromising the functionality or the safety of the device. So, all right, that's about 9 minutes too long. I'll go ahead and stop rambling. Thank you very much for your innovations. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you later.